Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith, the Smith of the Black channel here, Ticker Talker, and we've got a little bit of a COVID smackdown as the COVID spiking around the world apparently. So Europe getting a smackdown, SPY coming in. So here's what we still know to be true. Now you can see here in the lower middle, SPY's red on the month. Now we're still inside, right? And we got some ways to take that out, but we're red on the month. We continued. If you go to the upper middle from last week, remember it was two up, two down. We've continued that two down, coming back through this range here, right? Looks like we got a bad tick in the SPY here because I don't think we didn't rally back that high. So if we go to the Qs here, and so we want to look for when things get smacked down like this, when we stabilize, and that means either go green on the 60 or have a reversal on the 30 or 60. You want to see anything that was taking out yesterday's highs, right? And the reason you want to do that is because anybody who stayed long something or stayed short something, they got what they wanted. You got the market smackdown. But if you go taking out yesterday's highs, we're gonna force them to cover, right? And then as things stabilize down in here, you can see the Qs just kind of sitting here on the 60 right now, and SPY doing this here. Once it starts to recover like this and then fail again, then we want to go after anybody taking out the morning lows. And the reason you want to do that is because anybody who bought something, they got what they wanted, the market stabilized and started to go back up. However, if the market starts to roll back down, they put stops on the low of the day and we're going to take them out. So if we go back to the well from yesterday, School of Rock, SRRK, Scholar Rock Holdings, School of Rock. Get it? Because it's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll inside 60 right here. Right here, there's your continuation. Inside 60 up over 35.77, trading 39.10. It's still going, and that's why some people choose to stay on these gap lists or stay on the mover list. Things that are moving, that's what we want, right? Things are going up. So we also have gappers like DIN here. Didn't do too much, but one of the things it's important to look for is this pattern here, the outside inside here, right? The outside bar, then inside bar. And so understanding magnitude is important too, because some you might look at this and be like, oh, it went up, but it came right back in and failed. The magnitude is to take that out or to that out, right? They were willing to pay up and sell down. Then you get an equilibrium, and then boom, they're going to test one of these sides again, right? So they could come all the way back through here. We'll see. This one feels good. What have we been talking about all month? UTHR. Look at this. Boom, to the upside, right? Have we known about this? I think it's been in every video this month because of this reversal here on the monthly, right? Two down, two up, over 109.48. Boom, back to the previous range. Now it's done its job because these two are an outside bar of all that. Did what it's supposed to do. Now we'll see what these inside 60s here want to do with that. If we go to ACAD here, still an inside day. But we've been watching this one because of the weekly. This week, the two up, the two down, and then bam. And the reversal on the monthly down in here. So we'll see if that keeps up. So anytime it's green on all time frames, if it's not going to stay an inside day, ooh, didn't, poked already through. So that would be the condition it's going to be in, right? All time frames green. So we'll see if that perks up again there as well. If we go to, one they've been trying to bottom pick for a while, the DraftKings. All right. And so here, you're going to see this big red monthly bar. So at this point, it has a much better chance of being an outside month than anything. It's not reversing on the weekly, but one of the things we know occurs is outside bars. So now, as opposed to guys who are trying to buy it when it's puking, now it opens here and is trading higher. That's different. All right, now potential an outside bar. Now it's got some distance to do a weekly reversal, but if the market starts to recover, you'll start to look for things that can become outside bars, right? And so you can see this inside 60. Here's that 312, outside, inside, up, and now still trying to continue that. So we'll see if we can get an outside day out of that. If we go to ROL, we'll see if there's more in the tank here. But another thing that you look for, here's that 60, the two down, boom, two up, and if that works, you're going to get your outside day, and you're going to get an outside week, right? And bright green on the month, right? That's how you get in on something like this. And the good thing about that is that it takes an hour. And so you can, when you're going through stuff, you got a whole hour to find things that are going to do that, and then boom, off she goes. If we go to Chewy, CHWY, and see once again, there's your outside weaker. Green on the month, albeit inside. It did its job. You can see these 3 days here in the upper left become an outside bar of all this. All right, so it did its job. Now we'll see if that sets up here in the 60. The market flattening out here a bit, and the good thing about that is we can start to see the strength and weakness. Right, you can see you can see the stocks that are taking out the morning lows or are going back into the highs. If you go to Gapper Tupperware, and Tupperware gaps up in a down market, that's good because you've got a lot of folks hoping it would roll back down with the market, and when it doesn't, here's your inside 60, right, to see if that can keep going from there. Williams Sonoma, how you doing here? Williams Sonoma spikes back to unchanged, not doing much, but you can see if it starts to recover, maybe an outside day there. ENPH does its job, and you had a lot of time here to try and go after it. Now it's an outside bar, and so once it does that, then we don't know. If it keeps going, great. It's still an inside week, right? It's green on the month, but once something becomes an outside bar, it's got to stay out there because it did its job. It took took anybody short in here out, right? Then the buyer's got to step up. If we go to CarMax, you doing anything here? CarMax, potential outside day. Here you can see that. And here's what you look for too. Once again, the inside 60. That takes 2 hours to set up, right? Hard to miss that kind of stuff, depending on what you're looking at. 2 down, but green, and then inside. So you already had continuity. It was already coming back. It was green on the day when it went inside and back to the upside. We'll see what comes of that. Band, B-A-N-D. In the band, once again, here, inside day to the upside, right? So the good thing is that didn't gap either. So once it took this out, 165.85, boom, you're in. How about Fiverr? And Fiverr does its job, makes it to outside day. Believe it or not, GE, GE, look at that. They got them but good here, sold them off on the lows and now come right back. That's called a kicking pattern. That's pretty good. So we'll see if GE can keep going off of that. Here was your inside outside, if that's right. What are they doing to GE here? Ooh, they triangle them out but good in here. We'll see if GE is GE. So right now the market's starting to soften up just a bit, right? And so what I'll do is I have a list here and I'm watching anything that's going back into the lows, right? So as a SPY, you see this on the 30-minute? That's a 2 up, 2 down. There's your reversal back down, right below 329.23, right? So we're rolling back down, and because we just had a new 60, you see how it's red? It's red on the day, it's red on the week, it's red on the month. This is full time frame continuity, the downside. That's a problem, right? So you've got stuff like Facebook, Zuck talking to Capitol Hill today, inside 60 here. We'll see if that could give us the measured move, the down sideways puke, hopefully. All right, we've got Amazon staying near the lows. Amazon still inside 60 stuff, staying near the lows, right? And so as the market recovered, Amazon in general not doing much, as you can see that month. Still inside weak, but just keep focusing on these things that are staying near the lows. Casey's General Store, how you doing? Casey's trying to recover here. We go to Callaway Golf, Eli going towards the lows, full time frame continuity, everything's red, right? You're just going directionally into the low, so you prefer to have like that 30, like the spider. Here's an inside 30 down, here's an inside 30 down. You've got Etsy going to the lows. What's going on here? Right now, you just come off the scan because Etsy giving us the 2-2 reversal day here, up and then down right here, and it didn't gap. Now you're still inside on the week, and you're green on the other time frames, but you can see how it goes inside on the 30 here after corrective activity, and then down she goes, right? If we go to EVBG, all sorts of problems here, and going outside month to the downside, 3-2, going into the lows, a little quick here on the 30, maybe let's get a 15er. Here you go. There's a couple things we look for. There's a whole gaggle of things we look for, right? The 2 up because it took out the highs, boom. There's your 2-2 reversal back down on the 15. There's your inside continuation. Here's your inside bar and then rev strat. Boom. It's got everything you need right there. Everything you need to get in on that. That's nice. If we go to about the Twitter, how's that doing? They're going to Capitol Hill today. That's firming up. How about Match.com? Match firming up here too. Just trying to take out these lows. Still green on the month. FTNT. Okay. FTNT. Here you can see that inside day to the downside here. It's also taking out last week's lows and getting closer to turning red on the month. Looks like it's firming up here on the 60. Yeah, well, it's firming up here on the 60. We'll see if we can get anything more of that. Keeping an eye on this SPY diamonds and Qs on these 30s. Here, once again, there's our reversal back down, QQQ. Here, slightly kind of firming up, not coming down with the rest of it. What else we got here? BIIB, what are you doing here, boy? And BIIB going to the lows, having all sorts of problems here. Once again, you're looking for them 4 time frames red. And here, this takes out the lows here in the lower left. Takes out the high, and then boom, there's a reversal back down here. Below 247.76, so we'll see if there's anything more comes of that. CTXS trying to firm up, but we'll see how this thing's doing. There you go, trying to go inside 30 down right now is CTXS. As you can see, it's bright red on the month, taking out last month's lows, last week's lows, yesterday's lows on the outside bar. So we'll see if anything more comes of that. If we go to, you want to go out to dinner at Denny's? No! Okay, Denny's going to the lows, and once again, kicking pattern. You can see this whenever you have this bright green or bright red days and then it gaps the other way. You got all sorts of trouble in there because people can stay long so long as this thing goes up like that, like so, right? But they come in the morning and everybody who bought yesterday goes underwater here. Right? It changes that week back red. You're taking out the monthly low. That's a 2-2 reversal on the monthly down. Denny's, we'll see if anything more comes of that. DXCM. Ow. And you can see here, once again, there's this kicking pattern on the daily, upper left. Bright green, gap down. This is what kind of destruction that can cause. First of all, you got this, and then this, right? And then you had your inside 30 here, probably an inside 60 here. Inside 60 to the downside. We'll see if anything more comes of that. Market's still coming in off these 30 reversals. Dow Jones Diamonds. Here, Dow Jones Diamonds on the 30. Here, pokes up. This is an outside bar. Then 2 up, and now coming back. So this is our magnitude. We're looking to go back, take out the lows on this. And you've got stuff in the Dow doing this. IBM. There's your 30 reversal. 2 up, 2 down, coming back, already going into the lows. Of course, you can keep an eye on Boeing. There's your reversal here. 2 up, 2 down on the 30 right now, bringing them in. If we go to QDEL. And QDEL, just on the 60, I want to make sure that you continue to watch for this pattern. The outside, inside. Bam! Take that out right there. All right, and so we've had some good moves on the upside this week, and there's how you can catch that good move back to the downside. If we go to PayPal. PayPal, inside day to the downside. The weekly reversal, 2 up, 2 down. Now red on the month. All right, we'll see if that gives us any more signals. Right now it seems to be firming up just a tad. What else do I see here? Garmin, what are you doing? Garmin, here's your outside bar, inside, boom, gonna take this out right there. Stops are here, here, and here. That takes them out to try and give us the outside week up here and the outside day, you see? So we can expect these reversals because it's still an inside month. Okay, running out of time here. Always a lot to watch here. So if they firm up, we can go after anybody taking out yesterday's highs. Right now, ROP. Inside week to the downside, and you can see what kind of destruction this has been here. So we'll see if anything more comes of that. Right now it's inside on the 60. So keep watching the motion of the ocean. When they start to get weak, anybody taking out the morning lows. If they start to firm up, anything taking out the morning highs. And of course, stay on those movers like the School of Rock. All right, that's going to do it for today. As always, my videos here at Smith the Black Channel are all free, so come check it out. All right, that's going to do it for today. I'm Rob Smith, the Smith the Black Channel here at Ticker Talker with the Strat Time Report.